Oh boy, making these two $100 million Alex Hormozi lead magnets was a big mistake. I wasted 5 hours today working on these two lead magnets. I will share the exact mistake I made, why I think it is a mistake, and the framework I learned that will help me to prevent this easily in the future. So if you want to prevent wasting time, money, and reputation, I will give you the wisdom without my pain. And if you're new here, I'm Jordan, 23 years old, did over $4 million in revenue, hired over 50 people. I started making videos on YouTube in 2012. And currently I'm looking for the most effective way to grow my email list. But I made this one mistake today. I focused on the packaging over the content. Imagine receiving a beautifully packaged gift from your parents, but in it is a horse riding book. You wouldn't care, right? Unless you ride horses. And more so, your association with your parents and their gifts is worse than it was before. Your parents' reputation around gifts has decreased in value, and your parents' overall brand has decreased in value. The lesson I'm trying to give you is don't give unless it is good. Even if you already spent money, time on the thing. Even if it's a lot of money, even if it's a lot of time or perceived that way. Do you know the sunk cost fallacy? If you don't, or if you do, a quick reminder here. It's the mistake of continuing with something because of what you have already put into it, rather than considering only the future cost benefit of it. Imagine you are waiting in line for a restaurant for already an hour, and then you find out because someone tells you that the food is really bad. Would you still go inside just because you waited a long time? This is what happened to me today. After working 4.5 hours on the lead magnets, I found out that the content itself, that the things themselves, not the packaging, not the design, but the thing themselves, it's not something I value. And since I am my ideal customer persona follower, I know that if someone like me would receive the thing that I've created today, he or she would be less likely to engage in the future in any way, shape or form. Because after checking the lead magnet, I see Jordan somewhere, whether it's again another lead magnet or just on social media organic timeline. The link is now there. I see Jordan. I did not use his lead magnet. It's not valuable. That was not valuable, so the thing that he is saying right now is also probably not valuable. So I scroll, skip or opt out, whatever it is. This would be a ripple effect. Sometimes this can take a long time before you notice, and a lot of people put crap out there. I don't think you want to be one of them. And I'm not saying that these things I've created today are crap. They're just not something I would value, I would use. So my question to you, why make negative associations with your brand if you can prevent this? And a big tip that I will use myself from now on, because it's something I learned from this experience today, it is that next time when you work on marketing stuff, you may start with the content itself, with the thing itself, instead of the packaging, instead of all these promotional things, instead of the design, whatever it is, except for the content. And you know why? Because to all those other things really well, I think I did a great job on the designs. Then you get a lot of people to your not valuable thing or not so valuable thing. This is just really bad, unless you want to be known for bad stuff, and I don't think you want that. So think about it. Why do you spend a lot of time on the marketing and not on the thing itself? While the thing itself should be really good, and only then you want to market it a lot. And if you think about it, you only do this because it's digital. Like you wouldn't do this in real world with physical stuff, with physical people right next to you. Not e-commerce, but really in person. You wouldn't do that if you had a poor thing or not a good thing and then tell everyone around it. I mean, it's just upside down world, you know? So this is a mistake I made, and I hope you can learn from it. It reminds me of a quote from Steve Jobs: quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than 2 doubles. And I hear you saying, maybe you look at the things I've created today and you say, well, Jordan, you can still promote that. I like it. It's not that bad. You have high standards or whatever you may think. You may even tell yourself, if I have many different lead magnets on my website or in my bio, then for sure someone likes one of them, right? If I put just a lot of things out there, even the bad stuff, and maybe someone likes the bad thing, you know, it's not bad for everyone. What if I just put it up out there and the people can choose what they want. That's not bad, is it? I don't say this is bad or good. I just think about what are the consequences of that belief. The belief that more is good. I mean, if you could choose between the highest quality, most delicious food restaurant in town on the one hand, but they only serve one plate, or you can choose for the all-you-can-eat restaurant with unlimited food, but it will cause toilet problems 7 days after. Which one do you pick? We both know the answer. Would you buy a $1,000 course that has 50 hours of content? Or would you buy the $1,000 course with only 2 hours of content offering the same result? Again, don't believe me. You may pick your own examples, but more is not better, my friend. And the following I have found to be undeniably true for myself. It seems like that humans do not get this point of more is not better. It seems like humans do not get this point when they give something, but that they only see this point when they receive something from someone else. So may you realize more of your stuff is not better before you give it away. So that's what I did. I thought about the lead magnets I created and I wouldn't use them myself. And that's a framework I will use moving forward. It's a very simple but effective framework. The question, will I use it myself? And if you're not your ideal customer persona, then don't sabotage yourself by saying, well, some of my followers would probably still like it, because you know very well what is good or what is not. And if you do and you give the bad, then only the people who are interested in the bad will show up. They will use it. Those will become the people you surround yourself with in your business, in your personal brand, whatever you do. So may you pick that one loyal friend instead of the 20 fake ones. May you share only the good from now, if only for your sincerity. Which brings me to another important lesson of today. If I create assets that we can use internally, it can never be a waste. Think about it. From questioning what is a good lead magnet people are interested in, to what would be a great asset to create for our own company internally. Or even more so, what do we already need? Or what did we already need in the past and therefore we have already created the thing? I mean, you probably have a lot of things already created. And by the way, you can still create lead magnets that you don't use internally. Just look at the time it will take you to create it and the perceived value of your ideal follower, ideal person to give it to, and then decide if it's worth it. So you don't waste your time like me. Now, were my 5 hours completely wasted today? No, because I made this video about it. And a quick side note, you may do the same for the mistakes you make. You can often repurpose them, basically, return them into something to share, a lesson for others. Or for that sake, any other use case. Can be anything, doesn't have to be a video, can also be writing or just completely out of the box thing. You maybe start writing a book even and note down all those things, whatever it may be. And maybe you noticed that I also used the proof, promise, plan framework at the beginning of this video. If you didn't, then you may go back, because that's what I created this lead magnet about. So I wouldn't say that was wasted. Lastly, I'm also able to reuse some of the design assets that I created for future lead magnets. And if you can see your own mistakes from this perspective, that it is not all a waste, then it may become easier to decide to not go to that all-you-can-eat restaurant. So may you find your way to the good and away from the bad. And good will come to you. Talk soon. And if you want to learn more about how I manage my content creation process with many different interests, you may watch this video next. But if you don't create content, then here's my poem about the essence of this video. Talk soon. Quality over quantity. You have heard it so many times. I can write 1,000 okay poems or a few great rhymes. Packaging is important. It is not enough if what's inside isn't valuable stuff. Create things that serve the light and represent the best of your brand. That's time wisely spent. Just like the clouds are white and the sky is blue, your followers know what is real value too. So when you ask, would I use it, and it doesn't pass this test, rethink, rewrite, reword, but don't settle with less, because what do you want? One apple tree or many plants?